I write crime thrillers, and they're definitely works of fiction. They're all made up.
Okay.
Occasionally, real people do creep in there, but generally, that's by prior agreement with them. So, for example, in my book, The Bride's Trail, there's a little cameo role for a librarian called Jackie Malloy, who runs one of the mobile library units in Birmingham and runs a book club. And I knew her because we follow each other on Twitter, and her book group had read one of my other books. And I put out a call on Twitter saying, would anyone like a short cameo role in my latest book? And she volunteered, so she's in there.
Oh, okay. So anyone who volunteers or responds to you on Twitter's possibly got a chance of being in one of your books?
Yes, by agreement. I wouldn't impose it on somebody if they didn't want to be in it. The 3 trail books so far and the Revenge Trail that's about to come out are all about 2 families involved in the vodka business. And the central characters are 2 people. There's Marty Bridges, who's a Birmingham businessman in his 50s, a self-made man. And there's young, glamorous, blonde Cat White, who can make the best vodka in the world. There's quite a dynamic interplay between them, actually. They spark off against each other a lot because they're both very strong-minded individuals and they don't necessarily trust each other. But a thread running through all the books is that they have to build a degree of trust between them to help each other out. Mm-hmm. She's blonde, beautiful, young, glamorous, feisty, clever. She makes great vodka. About the only thing that she and I have got in common is that we like vodka cocktails.
I was going to say, how much of this is based on your own experience? Have you been in the vodka business?
I've researched it.
Uh-huh.
I went to look round the chase. When I started doing that, it was really with a view to bigging up Birmingham and showing people how great it was. So there's a general thread running through all the books that Londoners kind of find that London isn't all it's cracked up to be and Birmingham's the place to be. And I really think Birmingham's just great. These days, it's 5 years since my first book was published and everybody else is kind of catching up and realising how great Birmingham is. Obviously, Brummies have always known that. I always knew it when I lived in the city.
Uh-huh. Is there any specific areas that people should kind of look out for, which are mentioned in your books? Various pubs or clubs or areas where people can go, that's, and perhaps read the book there itself.
Yeah, that would be fun. There's a few places that get a mention, especially pubs. The Rose Villa Tavern is where my characters like to go out for a vodka cocktail, and the White Horse in Harborne is where they like their real ale, unless they're drinking it at home, and then they're buying their lovely bottles of Two Towers craft beer.
When's the launch of the book itself?
The Revenge Trail comes out on the 1st of October, which is the beginning of National Dyslexia Awareness Week. I'll tell you a bit more about that if I may. But the launch is on the 1st of October at the Alchemist in the centre of Birmingham on Cornwall Row.
And
Cocktail bar, funnily enough.
And so why have you arranged it for the National Dyslexia Week?
Dyslexia runs like a thread through my family. So there have been dyslexics in 4 generations to my knowledge. And I'm not dyslexic, but my brother is and family and friends are. So I like all my books to be available in a dyslexia-friendly large print as well as a standard paperback. So if I could show you The Bride's Tale, and I immediately dropped it, but you can see that there are 2 versions of the book, one slightly thicker than the other.
Okay, yeah.
And this one's in a large print with sans serif font.
How have you gone about publishing this?
I've self-published.
You've self-published?
Very easy to do.
Okay.
And it's also possible to do it with really, really good quality services. So, for example, these covers are designed by Stephen King's cover designer. I have a professional editor. And in addition to that, I've got a whole army of readers who, entirely unpaid, read my drafts and tell me how they could be improved.
Great. And who are your inspirations? Or what are your favourite books?
Ooh, There are probably too many to count, but I really like Nice Work by David Lodge. I know that was written years ago, but it's so funny. The story of a young female academic and a rather traditional male factory owner. If you're after an exciting thriller with lots of twists, tension, suspense, sex, drugs and murder, you can't do better than the Trail series.